here we are again. Last year was my first time participating in the Booktubeathon and I had such a blast. Well, I also suffered a lot. But all in all, I had a great experience and so I thought I would try again. And this time I'm gonna try to push myself just a little bit harder. Last time, it was my first time. I was very busy at the time and so I took some shortcuts. I did read 7 books. This year I tried to push myself a little bit harder. I'm still very busy because I have a job and a household to run. Plus, same as last year, on the last day of the Booktubeathon, I am going to be traveling again. So it's gonna be quite hectic again, but I am so excited because I'm trying to read 25 books this year, same as last year, and same as last year, I'm very behind. This is kind of my way to get back on track. Anyways, let's get into the books. The first challenge is to let a coin toss decide your first read. I'm gonna do this last because I first want to show you all the books I got. So we're gonna go to the second one. The second challenge is read a book about something you want to do. First I was looking into more like learning type books. Like I was looking into design books. I was looking into books about plants because those are things that like I'm very interested in and I want to do these things. But they were all like really expensive and like I am especially recently on a very tight budget, so I couldn't really afford any of those. So instead I opted for a book that was already on my shelf that I have been dying to read ever since I got it like half a year ago, but just haven't dared to tackle because it's so big. It's like I don't know why I'm reading it for the Booktubeathon because it's like this is not the time to be picking the big books, but it's just like I felt like if I don't do it now, I'm never gonna pick it up, and like I'm legit so excited about this book. So many people have read it and raved about it. It is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue. It's a biggie. I've been terrified of starting this because I'm like, it's gonna take me forever to finish, which is kind of the downfall of pushing yourself so much to read a lot of books because you just end up going for like smaller books that you can finish quicker, and I don't think that's very good. So I'm actually thinking of like dialing down my amount of books that I want to read, just because like I want to read books that I want to read, not just like the small books. Anyways, I'm gonna attempt to read this in a day. It's not gonna be read in a day, let's be real, but it's about this guy who was born and bred to be a gentleman, but he's kind of a wild dude and he just wants to be a rebel, and he goes on this big tour of Europe with I think his best friend, and that's the reason why I chose this book. I would love to do a grand tour of Europe. Like that just sounds like the best thing. I love books about like road trips and like traveling, so I'm really excited. I feel like this is going to be right up my alley. I also have heard that this is really funny and I am very much down for some comedy. And this is the first one. Number 3 is read and watch a book to movie adaptation. This one, I can't show you the book because I'm going to read this via audiobook, and that is going to be Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. I've read this book many a times. I've also seen the movie about definitely over 100 times. It's like the movie I watch when I don't know what to watch. But like, that doesn't matter. I am just always in the mood for some Harry Potter, and I couldn't do the Booktubeathon with at least a little bit of Harry Potter. Like if you saw my last year's Booktubeathon, you would know, like there's always a lot of Harry Potter. So I'm going to read Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, and then I'm gonna watch Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone, the movie. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited. So then, challenge number 4 is read a book with green on the cover. For this one, I have picked another reread. It's one of my favorite books of all time, and the first time I read it via audiobook, and I always just wanted to read the actual physical copy, and that is Flowers for Algernon by Daniel Keyes. This book is just beautiful. I cannot rave about this book enough. Top 3 favorite books of all time. probably. And so I really want to just read the physical copy of this. Then challenge number 5, read a book while wearing the same hat the whole time. And for this book, I am going to pick Midori no Hibi, the last and 8th volume. This is one of my husband's favorite manga series, and I read all books 1 through 7, and then I just never read the last one. I don't know why. It's basically the story of a guy who wakes up one day and his right hand isn't there anymore. Instead of his right hand, there's this cute girl. He doesn't have a right hand. No, there's a girl. Instead of it, I don't know how else to explain it. Like, imagine your hand being a cute girl with green hair. That's what it is. It just talks about how they cope with that. It's really funny, but it's also super heartwarming at times. Like, I cried reading the first few books of these, and my husband says that the last one's definitely gonna make me cry, so we will see. But yeah, Midori no Hibi. Oh, and I'm going to read the book wearing my beautiful summer hat. I feel very fancy suddenly. But anyways, yes, I'm gonna look very fancy while reading this manga. Kill. Then number 6 is read a book with a beautiful spine. For this one, I picked a book that is sort of in line with my last year's Booktubeathon experience, and that is Harry Potter, Magical Places from the Films. Last year I read another book from this set. It was The Creature Vault, and it was all about how they did the creatures in the Harry Potter films. This one's all about the places in the Harry Potter films. Everything about these, like the spine, the front, the back, like all of it is beautiful. All of it's beautiful. And so yeah, I thought this was a good one. They have lots of pictures inside, so I feel like I'll be able to read this quite quickly. And then the last challenge is to read 7 books. So I've shown you 5 already. One more that I'm going to be reading is, maybe this is strange, I don't know. It's my book of Bible stories. I got this book from a Jehovah's Witness, and it's just like Bible stories, but like for kids. And I just think that's really cute. I'm not the most religious person out there, but I am very interested in religion, and I love me some Bible stories. They're just really cool to me. I don't know, I'm excited to read this. I want to know all the stories, and because it's a picture book, I feel like I should be able to read this quite quickly. And as for the last book I'm going to be reading, it's one that I'm going to be reading on my iPad, so I can't show you the physical copy, but it's also a book that I've been wanting to read for the longest time, because I've had it on my iPad for the longest time, and I just never read it. It is called The Good Luck of Right Now by Matthew Quick. From what I can remember, it's about a guy who loses his mother, and when he goes through her things, he finds out that his mother has been writing all these letters to Richard Gere, and that's like all I needed to get this book. I was like, yep, I'm sold. So as for my books, I have got my Magical Places, I've got my Bible stories, I've got my, oh god, Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue, I've got my Flowers for Algernon, I've got my Midori no Hibi, and then I also have Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone and The Good Luck of Right Now. I've just realized this sounds like a lot. Like, I don't know if I can do this. Oh my god, I really don't know if I can do this, because like I'm gonna be busy. So as for the first book I'm gonna read, where is my coin? I'm gonna take a little bit of a risk. I'm gonna go either for the big boy. I just want to tackle this one already. Plus, like, I'm so excited to read this. The second option is gonna be The Good Luck of Right Now on my iPad. I'm saying this is heads, this is tails. How do people do this? And then like this, and whatever it is, it's tails. What was tails? Tails. Oh, tails. I'm gonna be starting with The Good Luck of Right Now by Matthew Quick. Okay. I'm done with that. There you have it. I don't know whether I'm going to be doing any of the video challenges or Instagram challenges. I might. it all depends on like how stressed I am with time. Last year I did do one of the video challenges, and like honestly I'm really proud of how I got that done in like such a limited time. But this year I don't know if it's gonna happen. We will see. In any case, I am really excited to start this because I want that certificate. I will be vlogging the experience, and I'll probably put like a complete full week vlog up at some point after the event. If you're doing Booktubeathon, please let me know what you're reading, because I love knowing what other people choose to read within such a short amount of time. Like, I just want to know how people do it. So yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and if you're doing Booktubeathon, you can do it. Let's do this. I'm excited, and I will see you in the next video. Goodbye. Oh, by the way, I found a beetle outside my house. I want to show you. Why is it focused on me? Beetle!